I just go ahead and tell them I'm old and mean and get used to it. You know.
I don't think you're mean. I think you're rocking a Santa look a little bit.
Oh, see, now this mean part's gonna come out of me. I'm joking.
It's happy hour, Deb, and this is the best happy hour ever. I got some of my dear friends, and I have Jay Edwards. Welcome to happy hour.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
It's so good to have you here. You have quite the extensive resume, although, from what I'm understanding, you've been flying under the radar your whole life.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
How'd that go? Like, how'd you get started in this great industry, and how'd you build your brand?
I mean, I've been in this forever, in music forever. So I started out as a little kid, traveling with my family, playing Christian music, gospel music, and played all kinds of instruments. My dad was an evangelist, and my mom played accordion or piano.
Where are you from?
South Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah. That's very
northeastern Louisiana. I get to claim both states, but mostly South Arkansas.
Amen. I mean, I claim Nashville. I don't live here.
My mom was born in Baton Rouge. So.
Was she really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Cool area. I'm not from that area at all. So I'm from the white trash section of Louisiana.
It's not white trash. It's a dive bar. That's what we're gonna start calling it. We don't want to offend the white trash, but we're just gonna say dive bar. We were just talking about the power of a dive bar earlier. Mm-hmm. When did you start playing by yourself? Like, when did you break out from the family? An evangelist. I would love to have an evangelist in my life.
Yeah, I think, good gracious, when I was in the teens, so I started traveling. I started traveling when I was 16 or 17, out doing churches and stuff like that.
That's incredible. You've been doing this quite the long time.
Oh, yeah, I'm old.
You're not old, sir. You're well seasoned. That's what I say. I tell the entire world, everybody knows this on this show and everybody in this room, I tell everybody I'm 29.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I do. Timmy knows. I'm like, oh, wow, it's good to be
Age is just a number.
That's all I just resonate as a 29-year-old, and I'll just keep going.
I just go ahead and tell them I'm old and mean and get used to it. You know?
I don't think you're mean. I think you're rocking a Santa look a little bit.
Oh, see, now this mean part's going to come out of me. I'm joking. No, I have.
Did you bring us toys? That would be amazing.
I've had
new guitars for everybody.
Right. Yeah. Timmy got a toy this morning. We should all get a present.
I've had to tell a few of them, hey, get your kid off my lap. I ain't him.
Right. So. Oh, my gosh. I just became a grandma 8 months ago, and they took the baby to see the Grinch and not Santa, and her face was like she was going to throw up. I'm like, get that baby off the Grinch.
So funny.
But that's amazing. So you started moving into music when you were really young. What was an inspiration when you were younger? Who's your inspiration in music?
Everything. I mean, we could be here forever. I started out, of course.
Oh, we can be here.
Yeah, okay, good.
Once you get to know me, you're like, this little Susie talks a lot.
Well, I'm the same way. I like to play music, and I like to tell stories and talk too. So, I started out doing music and in the church, and so it was a lot of gospel influence.
There's nothing like a Southern Baptist church.
Yeah. We go deeper than that, though. And I came up Pentecostal, so.
Really?
Oh yeah.
We're totally road tripping one day to go to this church. All of us. We're getting in a car.
I've jumped a pew and all the other stuff. So.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man, yeah. And we just came up romping and stomping, and influences, though. I mean, I came up in the 80s, so there was a lot of that 80s rock stuff that we influenced. Yeah. And I got an old tore up voice, and I leaned more into the blues and old.
You got a blues voice. Mm-hmm. You got a blues voice.
I know. That's what they told me when I came to Nashville in 2009. The guy I tell this story at the shows. This guy just leaned on the desk and he said, "No, you just need to keep on going to Memphis, man." He said, "Don't even stop here in Nashville."
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, how long have you been in Nashville?
I came in 2009.
Okay.
And I didn't move here in 2009, but I was here for a couple of years until I got a place in and out from. I was living in South Carolina at that time. So
I love South Carolina. It's a great place.
It's a good place to be from.
It is. Yeah. So what was it like? The transition moving in? You've seen a lot of changes in this city.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is not the city that it was even 10 years, even 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I came right at the end of that era. I don't know what to describe it, but it was when there were record deals and there were publishing deals and songwriters, and right before the big songwriting boom of sync deals and all that kind of stuff, where you'd never written a song before in your life, and all of a sudden you wrote one, and it's in a television show or a movie, and it's like,
what's it like to see, like to be watching a show or walking into a place and hear your own music?
Well, that's pretty awesome. That is that's a pretty awesome deal. So here's another thing is that I started over 10 years ago, was doing some shifts and things downtown, and they gave me one of my own shifts at Bootleggers and Doc Holidays, and so I said, we're just going to do this thing right. I started doing original music down on Broadway and 2nd Avenue, and we've had we call it Nashville Uncovered.
I love that. It's a great name.
I've done it for over 10 years. I've had the only all original show, 3 and 4 hours.
Still doing?
I do some.
Yeah.
We'll be back at Bootleggers the day after Christmas this year, and
we're gonna
That's because you play real music.
You play real music, right? Exactly. And the day after Christmas, you can explain that Santa's exhausted.
Yeah, he's all worn out. So, but you know what? I don't have a lot of problem with the things that most people say are a problem down there. I get to play in our music, and folks walk up and ask for something. Maybe there's a drunk that asks for a certain song or something, and I say, hey, that's not what I do. I do this. They're like, oh, that's cool.
It's cool, right? It's all covers. But I mean, what we get the reason why it's covers. People come here to sing along with the music, right? And
I don't think
go to your own beat, my friend. That's my stick.
People don't know they want originals until they hear the originals, and then they're like, "Oh, wow."
There you go. Okay, here's the deal. I mean, my wife told me not to get on any soapboxes, but here we go.
Jump on the table.
Jump
on.
on.
Get on any soapbox you want to.
You're exactly right. So the tourists, and what they've been called for years is the drunk tourists. Well, the drunk tourists. Well, the tourists do spend a lot of money coming down here to Nashville.
That's who pays your
bills. And they come in expecting to see somebody that's an up-and-coming, or maybe an established artist, or some songwriter that wrote the song that they want to hear, or a new songwriter. They spend a lot of money, and they come in, and they sit down, and somebody says, what do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? And they say, well, we'll try some originals. And the guy says, oh, okay, I've written 2 in my whole life, and here they go. And then they get done, and like you said, I didn't say this, so I want my wife to know that. I didn't say it. You said
What's your wife's name?
Diana.
Diana, we got you, girl. We got you.
But like he said, is they play their original music, and they're not ready to be out there doing original music yet.
Absolutely.
And so the tourists are like, yeah, that's not really what I was looking for.
Right.
So, I just wish more established songwriters and stuff would try it and do it.
Absolutely.
Do it all over Nashville.
Mean, I think that's how we're introduced to music. Like, you become popular through that and the bachelorette party capital of the universe and whatever. And that's how you get your name out there.
Right.
People are people.
People are people. Amen.
In 2016, over 13 million people came to Nashville. And there wasn't all of those weren't bachelorette parties.
Right. Oh.
And all of those weren't for the Titans or the Predators.
The Titans got a little, they need some work.
Well, they bring in some people, but people are still coming from all over the world to Nashville because it's Music City.
I saw a stat. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I think we probably saw
a couple $1 billion industry. It's like a third of Tennessee's revenue is from Davidson County tourism. I think. Like, it's nuts.
And also, it is now bigger than Vegas, than going. Nashville has become like the industry too. But it is the vibe in this city is incredible.
Yeah. There's still people walk up to me every day and that we're out and playing or doing anything, and they're like, man, where can we go to hear the real music? And so
take my hand, follow me.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Take my hand, follow me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Holdyn and I are both from Philly. We're both. Susan and Sam talk a lot.
It comes in our blood. It's
totally. When you're from Philly, it's a survival tactic.
Yeah.
Like, you can't talk yourself out of some shit.
What's like been one of the coolest fan experiences on Broadway? Because you get all characters, right? There's all sorts of people. Do you have like a story that sticks out in your mind that was really memorable?
Just tons of them. It's the craziest thing. We had a lady one time sent me a message, and so I was one of the first people to put the speakers in the doors and the windows and face them out. to the outside. So
Genius.
You,
you are totally a
I'm the
genius.
guy that
Thank
started
you
that.
for all the beach parties you have told people. Like, amen to you for getting that started.
But and it used to be if you're at Bootleggers, you just turn the speaker and it'd run right up 2nd Avenue, man, and all those places, and then you could hear it, and it would bounce off of right before Redneck Riviera came in there, and then the
Redneck Riviera is a great name.
and that's John Rich's place.
Yeah.
There. But it'd bounce off and up and down the street, and I'd have people come in and say, man, I was walking my dog 3 blocks away from here, and I heard you, and I was like, I know that guy. But the coolest thing, one of the coolest things is I got an Instagram message or something, and somebody, a girl said, I was getting into my Uber to go to the airport to go home to Florida, and I heard this music coming out of this bar, and so I took a picture of the bar, which was Bootleggers, and she said, and then on the way to the airport, I called the bar and said, who is playing right now? And they said, well, that's Jay Edwards, and she said, got the information, and she said, and then as we were getting to the airport, she said, I downloaded everything on my phone that you have out, and she said, and that's what I listened to all the way back to Florida.
Whoa!
So she said,
That's
and I come
awesome.
twice a year. She said, I'll catch you next time. But that was the funniest thing. That was getting in the Uber, and she's like, wait, I gotta go to the airport, but I'm gonna take a picture of this.
She's
And
a
I'm
smart
gonna,
chick.
Yeah.
Multitasker.
went through
too.
that
We
whole
love
that whole system.
That's a
But-
big compliment that goes a long way. Like how one person can make such an impact, and you remember that for a long time.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is incredible to have, the power of fans moving. Tell me how pivotal your fans are in your career.
Well, it's like I said, we're flying under the radar because a lot of folks don't know about it. But and I'm a little older than most of the folks out here in the game nowadays.
29,
but-
sir.
Yeah.
Nobody's over the miracle of Botox and birthday cakes.
and
Nobody's
that's-
over 29.
Yeah, and that's 10 years older than most of the people in the game now.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, it's the fans are what keeps us going. So we went in and we started playing, and people were coming from all over the country. And then I started getting calls that said, would you come to Boston? Would you come to
Wow.
would you come to Pittsburgh? Would you come to Miami and Houston? And so I said, sure.
Why not?
And we just jumped in the car, and so I travel, still do probably 150 to 200 dates out on the road in
Dang.
different places. And but again, the drawback of that is that you go to a place where you know 5 people, and then you have to go and do the work to get the
build
rest
the
of the people.
fan
Yeah.
base back
Because
up.
then-
Did your wife travel with you?
Oh yeah, she does now. She,
Yeah.
yeah. She
I'm
keeps an eye on
sure.
me.
That's
That's a blessing, though.
Amen. Amen. Somebody's got to be in charge of the crazy. That's what I
Oh,
say.
good Lord. Don't put make sure you edit that part out. She thinks she's in charge.
So you're playing all over. What's your favorite spot that you've ever been able to perform at?
Man, again, it's all over the place. Of course, Bucks in outside of Omaha, Nebraska is it's a fantastic place. My buddy Jeb has a place in outside of it's in Riverton, Illinois, called The Room.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, that's the Backroom Lounge. It's in the back of a liquor store. That's an amazing place.
That's how you know it's a spot.
That's right. Tell me they sell chips in there and sandwiches. That'd be the best.
Yeah, I think it's just liquor.
Yeah, I
but,
love that.
But maybe some chips. Yeah. Man, we just played the Bird's Nest out in North Carolina, Dunn, North Carolina. Fantastic place to play, and just there's tons of them, man.
Yeah.
We do some big honky tonks, and I spent a lot of time out in Texas, and so
Yeah.
Did you play in Fort Worth?
I played in Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington. We just did a really cool couple of shows at the real nice Hotel Vin in Grapevine, Texas.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Got to meet the owner.
It's a great area. It's a beautiful
it's-
area.
It's fantastic.
And I think Billy Bob's is just like a bucket list thing. Everyone's got to
Yeah.
go to Billy Bob's.
I have,
Like you haven't lived till you've been to Billy Bob's.
yeah, I haven't played Billy Bob's, but I've played all around it and up the street. At
Fort Worth is amazing.
Filthy McNasty's,
Yeah.
of course.
Have you guys been to Fort Worth?
You know what? I have not. I've only been to Dallas and Frisco for the ACMs.
Yeah.
But I was only there for 2 days. I wish I went.
I have been to Fort Worth because a bunch of my best friends from high school go to
Really
TCU.
cool city.
So
They do
I
Stockyards.
Yeah, they
I
do.
got-
Still cattle drive.
Yeah,
I got to get out
yeah.
there. I
Yeah.
can't. I won't wear green. I'll be respectful. You know,
I
as
know.
an Eagles
I-
fan.
It's cool. I tell you, really get down in New Braunfels outside of San Antonio.
Yes, yep.
Play Green Hall. I played.
Yeah, Green Hall is legendary.
Are you traveling with your band or yourself, or how do you
I
typically?
usually do the herding cats, you know.
Okay.
And yeah,
You have a lot of talent. You are flying under the radar.
they'll hear this. Yeah, they'll hear this and know. We're actually taking a little break now and doing more acoustic stuff this year.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Acoustic's my favorite.
Sometimes acoustic pays more, man. That's a good.
Right,
It
exactly.
does, and I totally agree. I'd love to be that. I love doing that, but also, you know, if you're playing festivals or competing on a Friday and Saturday night with Billy Bob's, you're
Yeah.
down the street.
Yeah.
You really need a drummer and a
You
bass
totally
player.
do.
I mean, we
Totally.
put on a heck of a show as a 3-piece, you know, band, and
I can't wait to see you perform.
Come on,
Yeah, likewise.
Come on, I tell you, it's gonna blow your
Don't
mind. It's gonna blow your
don't tempt
mind.
this. We will be in a Uber for
Okay.
the next show. Three,
right.
you don't have to tell this group. They'll totally do it. It's you know, these guys are young. They're like, you know, you got to carve out time. It's like trying to book the presidents.
Yeah, I got you. That was one of the first things that we learned when we came to Nashville to play too was folks got to go somewhere. And
Yeah.
sometimes they got to catch a plane, like the girl will catch a plane. Sometimes you're at a place that don't have any food, so they got to go get something to eat, and they're like, "I'll be right back. We got to go eat." And sometimes got to go put the dogs out. You know,
I
it's-
know. Oh, my
happens.
God.
There's your
I
next
got
song
the
idea.
dog.
Folks got to
Gotta
go
put the
somewhere.
dogs out.
Or folks got to go somewhere.
Right, yeah,
They
it's
always
true.
got to get somewhere.
I mean, do you have a dog? Because all right,
I couldn't have a
it
dog.
becomes
It
your
would-
entire. Right, we're gonna take the dog on the road.
Yeah.
It becomes your entire life.
It
like,
does.
who's gonna
Yeah.
watch the dog? How's the dog gonna get her medicine? It's like it literally. It's like having a child. I love my dog. She's the best, and she's been on the road a ton. But I can tell you, like, it's like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not easy. I think it was easier raising kids than a dog.
I thought about getting a dog, but I travel a lot too, so I'm
You're
like,
such a dog guy.
I don't know. I'm a dog guy, but like
Yeah.
I don't like the hair. That's the thing. So I'm
Oh,
like
yeah, it's
OCD
Oh,
about
it's coming
horrible.
out,
I'm
ladies
like
and gentlemen. He has some flaws.
so well, yeah. I feel like dogs shed way more than a girlfriend, but I feel
Right.
like
Right.
I'm just not a hairy.
Well,
But a
they
doodle
better.
though, like doodles don't shed, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they got the poodle in them. So I could maybe do that, but I travel so much, so I'm like, I don't know. So kudos to you for being able
I
to do
know.
that.
Yeah, because it's
Just got
hard.
to
I
pull the
mean,
trigger.
you know.
Yeah.
And how
I've
do
had to
you
give up my
maintain,
dogs, man. I like dogs too, but I am OCD. If I pet one, you know, I kiss them in the mouth, I guess, but then I gotta go wash my hands and everything. So
I know it is
probably
really
wouldn't
funny
do
when people come into your house too that aren't dog people. I have my dog's like a throw pillow, and they come in and you can just tell people that aren't. And dogs sense it when they're not.
Yeah.
You know. Tell me about the quality of life of being on the road all the time. How do you maintain holidays and normalcy? Where do you get your mail?
well, I live right here in Hermitage. So,
Right.
Yeah, it's
Does it stack up at your house, the mail, and you're like, oh, that's
it
from-
does a little bit.
from
Well,
August?
yes, but we have really tried over the past few years to narrow it down so that we're out 2 weeks and we come home for at least a week or
You
5
need it.
days.
You need it.
And doing the Nashville Uncovered thing, I could come home and still keep a band happy by playing some
Yeah.
places
Yeah.
around here and play within 2 hours, and so you can come in. We did a while back. We did 3 to 3.5 weeks on the road, and
It's a lot.
that was a lot of time in the next.
Timmy's going to be touring very soon. He's going from
Yeah.
March to May,
Yeah, so
February to May.
February to May. I'm going to miss you.
I know. I'm gonna miss you too. You got to.
I'll come see your shows.
Yeah.
Every time I come to Nashville, Timmy and Holdyn is from Philly, so I get to see him perform on the Jersey Shore a lot.
yeah.
So, because it's very close, and now Timmy's become like all my friends are like, can you? I'm sorry, Holdyn. They're like, can you tell Holdyn I said hi? I'm like, Sure.
Yeah.
Like he's become like the favorite, you know.
Oh, cool.
But it is. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
What about holidays and stuff? Do you work on the holidays?
Well, yes, I will, and do. It's, we have to work out a system. Like I'm leaving here today and going to Arkansas, and we are doing what they call Thanksmas. So
Thanks.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. I like that. That's cool.
mix of Christmas and Thanksmas.
I love
and
that.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's
So,
the best holiday ever.
yeah, with my brother and sister are kind of spread out, and so we take the time in between the two holidays and get back together with my mom and dad.
That's so
So-
fabulous.
so,
I love
yeah.
that. The importance of family. We talked about that many times in the show. The importance of family and the importance of being able to take it down. You know, I think from the outside looking in, they think you guys are just going 24/7, and the importance of like you're connecting with your wife and having some downtime.
Right.
And I think because we just assume as fans that you're all available at 24/7. You know.
Well, yeah, and if you're going, a lot of times it is almost like that. If you're going to be in the game, you got to be in it to win it. You know. You gotta go.
Absolutely,
So-
absolutely. Tell the younger viewers why it's so important to make the move to Nashville.
So, I believe it is when you're ready for it. I believe it
Okay.
is when you're ready for it. I'm probably one of the only ones that says that. Everybody says that, like we say, you got to be in it to win it. But if you move here too early, it's a shock to the system, and you're taken advantage of.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
and it's if you're not ready, if you can't really, if you don't have the experience of being at home and knowing how to move a crowd, and if that's what you're going to do, then learn your craft. Start learning your craft at home.
Yeah.
And and that's probably just the old dude coming out in me.
Yeah.
But it's really, there's just, I've seen it over the years. There's just too many people moving here, and some of them, they have their expenses paid and taken care of, but there's just
How do I get that gig?
yeah, that's what I thought too.
I want somebody to
I've
take
always
care
said
of
this. I've always said this about Nashville, is that there's sharks in the water, and everybody's oh yeah, there's these big corporates. No man, there's these little bitty tiny sharks, and
Yeah.
they just bite you in the ankle, and you're dead in the water.
Well, where
So-
there's good, there's bad. You
Yeah.
know, the bad will eventually move itself in. And I think that, Holdyn went to Belmont, and Timmy's whole family moved from California to Nashville. So I think the importance of knowing the craft and knowing, I hear so many stories of, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds coming here with a guitar and a dream.
yeah.
But I mean, no one is prepared at 17 to navigate the waters of a huge industry.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Timmy's
something.
like,
It's
yeah.
I wrote a song here recently, and it's got a line in it that says, "I spent my life believing I'd win that fiddle made of gold."
Yeah.
And and then my dad is a minister, and so I told him, I said, I got a message for you. I said, somebody asked the devil, said I had, talking about Charlie Daniels song.
Right.
The
Love,
Devil
well,
Down
it's a
in
great
Georgia.
song.
And somebody asked the devil, said, what was the deal? I thought you were way better than that. And, and he said, all I had to do is let one of them win.
Right.
And then everybody thought they could beat me. So it's just that they're
Absolutely.
collecting them souls.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of, that to me, that kind of puts it in perspective. It's the deals. A lot of people come thinking they're, oh, I can do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting with them arms wide open for folks to come in and take
Well,
advantage of.
it's like any job. It's a job. This is what you people do for money and your careers, and there's never a plan B. And I think, like any job, I had to go to college to do what I did and go get a
Right.
master's program. But, it's really, I think it's so important. One, thank God, you've got a strong marriage and family and faith. But it's rough. It's a rough town if you're just coming.
I always tell my friends, because I have friends that have lived here a while. Some have left town, are just coming to town, and you just have to go off your gut and your intuition. I always say, you don't choose Nashville. Nashville chooses you.
Right.
And if you have that in your heart, it's like you feel like this is home and where you belong in country music. It's like you can't people can't argue that, it's like you're either
Yeah, sure.
you're here or you're not, and it's cool, man. I always think as long as you just trust God and your intuition, you're going to
Follow
be
your
led
gut
the right
in
way,
every-
you know,
you
and
know.
you're doing that.
Totally.
Well, sure. You know, when I came to Nashville, I wrote my first gospel song when I was 9 years old.
That's awesome.
So
It's
I
in
didn't-
your DNA, sir.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
I can't wait to listen to your music.
I know, yeah.
But I'd been writing songs, and I didn't come until I was 40. I think I was 40 years old, and
That's the new 29.
yeah. And so when I got here, man, it was just deny. And they were like, "No, man, your songs are not ready." And I said, "I've been writing for
Before
you
you've
know,
been here.
30
Right.
something years I've been writing songs." And at that time, that's what it was. You had to go back and you had to take what you had and you had to pound it, and everybody was rewrite, and all this.
How do you feel when somebody says that to you? Like, how do you, as an artist, and you guys,
Well-
your experiences, your heart, your soul, like country music moves humans, and like, how's it feel to hear that?
Well, it was rough. I mean, like I said, the guy saying, "No, you just need to keep on going to Memphis," because he said you can't even write a country song, and
What's he doing now?
yeah, I don't bring his name up a
An
lot.
Uber
It's
driver?
not
No.
much. No,
I love Uber.
he doesn't. He's still doing a little bit. The funny thing about that, the cool thing was that we had a song that we got a second listen from Merle Haggard on. No holds, no cuts or anything like that. No, it wasn't that exciting. It was just a second listen, and it was chosen, and some people, you know, Merle went on the back of the bus, smoked a little bit, and listened to it again. And I'll take that to my
Solve
grave.
every problem in America.
And I was so excited about it that I posted that some years ago on Facebook, and the guy that said no actually commented. I don't think he remembered who I was.
Stop it.
And he said,
Ain't
"That's
that funny how that
He
works?
said, "That's a good old
Ain't that
school
funny,
country
huh?
song right there." And but back to the thing, I think the thing that gets me the most, and again, man, all these soapboxes. The thing that gets me the most is that when I came to Nashville, that's what it was. It was perfect your craft, work on that, and you could have a song that was 99%, and it just believed in it, and somebody say, "Well, I don't like that phrasing right there, just this last line," and it's back to the drawing board.
I feel like that would crush my soul.
And you had to know that it was deny. It was just like the insurance, companies, deny. And I think
Isn't that factual?
yeah, but the thing that's really come around, the thing you talk about that's frustrating, that kills you, is the fact that we're seeing now that things have changed and it's a producer's market. And so you don't have to go through the label anymore. You don't have to play the label songs anymore.
That's right.
That was one thing. When you'd come to town, in 2018, I had a record coming out in 2 weeks, and I sat down with a major label, and the guy said, "Well, here's what we want you to do. We want you to sing 4 or 5 of our songs, and we're going to put these through a test thing." And I said, "Man, I got a record coming out in 2 weeks."
Right.
Yeah.
When
Well,
are you promoting that
Yeah,
record?
let's put that on hold, and you sing our songs. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. And I gave up a chance to sign with a major label because they wanted to change everything.
Yeah.
But nowadays, somebody comes to town, they've only written 2 songs, and they walk in, and a producer that, which is the guy now that produces beats. That's what a producer, it's changed to a producer is the guy that puts all the music down on the laptop, and then they say, "Oh, that's a great song. Give me this amount of money and we'll run that up the flagpole of Spotify and Apple Music, man. That's awesome." And it's not.
Yeah.
So there's nobody saying, "No, you need to go back and work on your music, or you need to use our music." They're not even saying that anymore.
Right.
They're just saying, "Yeah, give me some money for your music," and
Right.
and
right.
it's repeating the same word 25 times in a
You can only say truck so many ways.
Right.
Truck this, truck that.
Big old truck, big red truck.
And I've been guilty of this too, but I love you so,
Yeah.
putting "so" on the end of a thing to rhyme with "go" from the line before it, and just simple stuff like that really, somebody.
Well,
could have
artists are
taken
creative.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what you're here. You're here to be creative.
One thing I would love to see, and I think there's a lot of artists like Zach Top, I think Lainey Wilson, I think there's a lot of modern artists that are starting to fall into more of like a traditional kind of approach to country. Sure. And it's cool to see, the music and the neo-traditional country elements come back. Like Paul Franklin, I think, played all on Zach Top's record. I could be very wrong, but and Brent Mason, and that's the A team, right? And that's I feel like in today's world, it'd be so cool to see an artist take. I think where the discord happens is there's a lot of new music, and I think if the artist can appreciate and show their fans, hey, I also love how I grew up listening to these artists, and I think the respect still needs to be there. I think that's where the disconnect happens, and I think a lot of times there's a lot of new artists that are misunderstood, but there's some artists that shouldn't be there at all. It's like, and
I'm sure you've all seen that too.
Sure,
it's a respect thing. And I think when people move to town, and you validated this, it's just, hey, music evolves. I mean, people thought I was in a record store. This is the craziest thing here. I was in a record store last week going through. They had a deal, take as many records for $5. They were trying to clear out their inventory, and there was pop country hits.
Wow.
And Merle Haggard was on it.
What?
And I'm like, music has always been. People have always said, "Oh, that's pop country. That's this." It's like, I think it just comes down to just a respect. Respect the people who came before, and
I think some of
Paved
that.
the way for a lot of artists.
Well, that would be cool.
Now you have.
Awesome.
I mean, that's incredible.
But Merle Haggard is pop country. I just thought that was the straightest thing ever.
But I mean, you got to think that too. I mean, I'm not doubting that, but because at one time they're like, no, that ain't what we do.
Yeah.
And that was, that what's kind of what founded the outlaw movement was,
Right.
Yeah.
because that wasn't exactly what they had done 20 years before that or 10 years before that. But I think also, because I've done the same thing, I've gone on Spotify and I do a search for outlaw music, and stuff starts popping up that they call outlaws. Like, what is wrong?
What is
Like
with you? Well, I mean,
Bohemian Rhapsodies on that list.
Now they've got AI artists on the charts.
Oh, it's crazy.
What do you think of that?
I was
that's
just going
like-
to ask you, what is all your all's thought on the AI movement?
Yeah,
I love it.
Do
I
you?
love it.
Really?
I love that. What's your
But you know
thought?
why? Because it is already the end is coming, man. That's going to be the end all. It's going to crash. That's going to crash the system.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But you can do whatever you think and come back to this in just 5 years and say, that dude was right.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's I think that whole topic is very scary to me. But I think it's I was looking at some stat the other day that I think I could be completely false, but I'm pretty sure that it's the amount of songs getting uploaded every day to Spotify has doubled.
Wow.
It used to be, I think it was 50,000. Now it's 100
Wow.
or something like that.
Wow.
And it's
That's
crazy.
nuts.
And majority of it is these AI people, because you can just go in Suno and make a song in
Scary part is
5
people
minutes,
can't
and
tell
you
the
can just
difference.
upload it
I
for
know.
$5
I
using
know.
DistroKid straight to Spotify.
like-
and the
I will
DSPs is
tell
crazy.
I'll tell you what was told to me. I'm just repeating this, so I'm
We got no
repeating
fact
mine.
check. There's
Yeah,
nobody
no
fact.
fact check.
Elaine's
Yeah,
over
exactly.
there fact checking.
But I do trust the system, because the guy is in the industry and does this, and is that, like we talked about earlier, the labels it's a producer's market. So the new people coming to town, they're bringing their songs, the few songs that they have or that they just put together, which I think sometimes sounds like AI, because there's no craft there. It's just, let me get this phrase, that phrase, and from off of my computer here, and I'll shove that into whatever the last one was. That's the hook. And I feel like that's already been out there. People are like, man, this is like computer generated. But since the labels don't have to, pitch their songs to new artists, or we're not working on development deals like we were before, and they have this. It was told to me that the labels are taking those songs that they have written and they've had in their vaults for years and running them 50 to 100 times through an AI program and then uploading that. So it's the same song, and they have millions of songs done 100 times in different variations, all uploaded to Spotify, and it's just like a huge machine that's just spinning. And I may be crazy, but it made sense to me when the guy told me about it.
Yeah.
And so they're making pennies, but a million pennies at a time.
Leads
with
to something.
all this going on. So I just think the only way, the only thing that's going to happen there is it's going to crash the system. Because I'm traveling the country already, and I'm seeing people that they're like, man, I'm so sick of syndicated radio. We listen to our little AM station out here in the country that plays what we want, and we love that. We love secondary radio. They're sick of the ticket prices. They're sick of going to the stadiums, sitting in nosebleed section, watching the jumbotron, and just fireworks and blow it up, and then it's nothing. I was at Floribama just a few weeks ago for the Frank Brown Songwriters Festival.
That's awesome.
And I wasn't. It was not my round. I was sitting off the stage and watching Trent Tomlinson. I don't know if you remember Trent. So Trent was sitting there, and he told a story about his dad, and went and sang the Angel with No Halo and One Wing in the Fire. And when he hit that line from the chorus, when he hit that hook and he sang that, I mean, people just got up out of their seats and went to clapping their hands, and I just punched my wife. I didn't punch her. I nudged her, and I said,
"Sir, I think your bark is a lot worse than your bite."
So I nudged my wife, and I said, AI will never do that.
Never.
Right there. It'll never do that. And we go all over the country, and people are so sick of that. They're ready for grassroots concerts.
Totally, and I think like the connection with artists to music. I mean, your fans are your life, and I think how do you connect with an AI?
And that's my one prediction with like the whole AI thing is I think people are getting very tired of like overly processed stuff, and I think there's a lot more movement towards more natural sounds and I think it's like there's something to be said about imperfection, because when you listen to an AI song, there's zero errors when it comes to the music, like the music in it, and it's too perfect. You don't want to hear every single thing perfectly on pitch.
You
want to hear
you
want to hear the the mistakes, because that's what feels
absolutely.
human.
Well, because humans do that. We're human beings.
I forget what record it was, an old 80s record, famous. I forget what it was, but there were there's errors in a lot of famous albums, and there's errors and stuff, but that almost makes it special and authentic. Like I think there was a Beatles record, or I forget what it was, but like there's a note that was sang off or different, but like that became a focal point for the ear for fans. It's like music. We're just humans. We're selling emotions, right? And and I think a robot doesn't have emotions. It's just the principle. It's like it doesn't have a soul. It's not like a robot can't do what you're doing and play 150 shows a year, right? And like there's this Kane Walker AI dude on the charts right now that's like,
that makes me
it kind of sounds cool, but he's got 2 songs iTunes top 10 right now. It's like, I say it's not a he, it's a computer. And I think AI can be an awesome thing because you can use it as a tool. I think it can give you ideas that you could have never thought of. You shouldn't use it for
to make it sound like it. I think that
I think it
all
helps
using it so much, that it gives you a base, and then you personalize it from there. It's so obvious when it's
I've got some songwriter friends that some of the songs that we've been doing lately, they've been like, let's see what that sounds like through AI, and we roll it out. I got one on my phone right now that we just wrote with CJ Solar and Galen Griffin, and it came back sounding amazing, and the vocals are amazing, and the music is amazing. I think it's a great tool for something like that. You could pitch that, pitch that out there, and somebody say, "Oh, that's what I could do," but it still doesn't have the life in it.
No.
And it's not gonna. People, they're just not into that.
I agree.
And
I think we're already burnt out. It just started. I feel burnout.
What's the sad part for me is that people can't tell the difference either. So they're going to be on a playlist, right? And all these songs half could be AI, half could be humans, and they're spending their day with these artists now, these AI artists, and it's not a human. That's money. That's attention that should have been given to an artist like us trying to build ourselves. New artists that are just coming on the scene that like now they're paying attention to a computer instead of people who are busting their butt like yourself that are deserving of human attention. Like they don't even know they're streaming a robot.
Right.
And if they knew that, maybe they wouldn't. Like I saw there was an AI artist on Facebook. I commented literally the other day in the comments. I'm like, they're like, oh my God, I love this. Can't wait for more. I'm like, do you guys know this is a robot? He's not listening to your comments.
Right.
There's no one going live.
He's not clicking and being like, that's amazing.
And there's like Karen in the comments being like, this guy's awesome. What are you talking? I'm like, it's not a guy. I'm like, this is fake. I'm like, turn on something else that a human made. Like,
and there's
I don't know.
There's going to be that
right.
element. There's going to be that element of people that just follow along. I think one of the biggest things,
it's crazy.
The biggest examples of that, and I tell this to people all the time, and some people don't remember it, but this is 20 years ago. The comedian Tim Wilson, used to play the guitar and do all the songs he'd written that were so funny and stuff. He had a song called the Booty Song. And it was nothing more but you got the booty, I got the booty, we got the booty, here's the booty. Then it just said booty. Like
we were
10
in
million
industry
times.
party last night and saw somebody perform, and the entire song was the one lyric. Like, wasn't it over and over
Over
again?
and over.
And we were like,
Well, Tim,
can we go get a drink
Tim
now? Like,
did
we didn't know
this
what to do.
song, and it hit the radio, man. And I was living in Columbia, South Carolina at that time, and I have heard the DJs on the radio say, okay, listen, I want everybody to hear this. We're going to play the booty song at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. But please stop calling in requesting the booty song. We are not going to play it that many times. And you
gotta look that up.
You don't even have to request it anymore. Stop. And
it's on auto. It's on 1, 9,
that
10,
was back when
11.
Cell phones were just coming along, and so man, I mean, these kids were getting their mom's cell phones on the way to school in the morning, and they're like,
Sneaking
Mom,
in the booty song.
Let me request the booty song. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
So
God
8-year-olds
bless America that you wrote a simple booty song and you're a legend from that.
Yeah.
I mean, only in America. God bless America.
But people are going to be led, and there's going to be a lot of people that fall for that, and a lot of people, because I mean, people still go to the Coliseums and they still pay hundreds of dollars.
And fans are fans, and I think, and I learned this from the first time I interviewed you, the importance, like, they're taking away from something else to pay to see you, to buy the merch, to, it's you got to go into the stadium, or you got to go into the bar, you got to spend money, you got to eat. Like, it's a big thing, like, it's a huge honor for somebody who's not in country music other than this, to be sitting next to a legend. And I think that's what people need. We're humans. We need human connection.
Well, you have to remember that in any industry, whether it's film and television or music or whatever, even sports, that there is a conglomeration in the back. And this is not conspiracy theory. This is just telling how it is. There's a machine.
Right.
And that machine is pushing this and said, oh, nobody does it like that anymore. Let's take CDs, for example. Nobody's buying CDs anymore. Oh, no, the kids, they just want to download it. Well, they don't want to download it now. They want to pay $10 a month, or everybody pay $10 a month to Spotify so that they can stream it and not get paid. I travel all over the country and sell CDs out of the back of my truck.
So I had an artist yesterday say the same thing. And there's a certain thing about an album and an album cover, and it's just a different, and I think with the AI too this is a business. This is an industry. It's not just you. You've got a team that's working with you, and when you're just doing that, we're taking jobs away from these people. I mean, for every one of you fabulous artists, there's a team that made you, helped you be fabulous. All right, I got to wrap this up. I got to tell you,
we went down a rabbit hole, didn't we?
I know. First of all, when men do this to me, I'm like, all right, it's a miracle I wasn't like. You're a delight.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
such a delight. Jay, will you come back?
Sure.
We would
yeah.
love to have you back.
Like I said, I just live right over there. So.
Right, perfect. Right, we'll bring
We'll
Timmy
walk back home.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Let's go over to his house for lunch.
Yeah.
Where can the viewers find you? How can they find your music?
Best
and
thing
your
to do
schedule?
is to go to the website, jedwardsmusic.net, and that's just the letter J.
Okay.
So jedwardsmusic.net or .com. I finally got both of them.
Good, right.
Yeah.
And there's link trees and everything else that points you there, and we're always trying to update it. And
if you're in Nashville, go see this man. He is a rock star.
What's your weekly show schedule typically?
we don't have any resident. I am starting to play more down at Big Machine here recently. I mean, soon we're starting to get something going down there.
Great.
But it's hit or miss. You kind of have to stick with the social media. And,
Perfect.
And
I'm gonna come rock.
yeah,
Me too.
man, we have a blast. I promise you. And there's so many. We didn't get so many influences. From the first question you asked me, influences, and that I can say this is that we're gonna play something, even though it's gonna be original. It's gonna be something that's like, oh yeah, man. I like that. That's the style I like. So
You got 3 fans sitting here. We're coming.
Oh, thank you.
We're
Come on.
100% coming. You were an absolute delight.
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to have
sir.
you back.
Thank you.
And we'll keep it. Nobody ever leaves that isn't a friend.
Yeah.
Ask
All
these
right.
people.
That's right. My wife used
stuck
to say,
for
you
life.
can't go to the salad bar without meeting somebody.
When I'm like walking into a restaurant, my husband's like, you can pick one friend.
That's right.
You cannot leave with 10
Just
people.
one.
You're allowed to leave. Because I've been to 2 weddings of complete strangers I've met on planes.
Yeah.
What an honor.
That's awesome.
They're like, I would love for you to come. I'm like, I feel so honored for
That's
that.
good.
It was a delight. I wish you the best, happy holiday season.
Thank you.
And to
Y'all
your
too.
parents, God bless them. You're a joy. We can't wait to have you back.
Awesome. Look forward to it.